Hey, it's Elizabeth, Counts of Low Carb, and on this episode, I'm going to talk about 5 tips to help you if you're just starting out with intermittent fasting. Coming up next. Hi guys, it's Elizabeth, Counts of Low Carb. If you don't know me, welcome to my channel. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe. I'd love to see you again in the future, but I have lost 50 pounds through keto and through intermittent fasting. I'm a mom to a 2-year-old. I'm a wife. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Lots going on. But let's dive into our content. Your top 5 things you should know if you're just starting off with intermittent fasting. Tip number 1. I wish I could shout this from the rooftops because I feel like it's one of the most important things, and it's to be fat adapted when starting intermittent fasting. Now, a lot of you aren't on the keto diet, the keto way of life, the keto eating. I personally am. It's awesome. It's like a superhero. And combining it with intermittent fasting is like 2 superheroes coming together to make awesomeness. If you don't know about the keto way of life, the keto way of eating, it's high fat, moderate protein, low carb. If you go to countsoflowcarb.com, you'll see tons of blog posts that I've done on keto. What that means is basically just a jacked up version of Atkins diet, but you're intentionally kicking your body into ketosis. So being fat adapted makes you less hungry and makes intermittent fasting way easier. You can do intermittent fasting without doing keto, but personally, I recommend doing both of them because it makes it a lot easier and you get way better benefits doing that. I got a hair in my mouth for some reason. Tip number 2 is when you're just starting off on fasting is build up your times, which is traditionally called a 16-8, or if you hear an 18-6 or a 24 or 24-0, which is OMAD, is different ways of fasting. It's 16-hour fasting window with an 8-hour eating window, meaning you eat an 8-hour window. So you eat all of your meals in there. Or you fast for 18 hours and you eat in a 6-hour eating window. Or you fast for 20 hours and you eat for a 4-hour window. Or you do what's called OMAD, 1 meal a day, a 24-hour period. You fast and then you eat just 1 meal in that section, and that's what I've built up to from the research that I've done. It's Dr. Fung, who's my homie and my daddy of intermittent fasting. I call him the daddy of intermittent fasting. He's not my daddy, but he's the daddy of intermittent fasting. His research is amazing, and from what I keep showing is that it's awesome to do 24, 48-hour fasts. Anything much more than that is awesome, which I personally have done. My highest time is a 41-hour fast. Further than a 48-hour fast, a lot of the autophagy benefits, which is spelled autophagy, it sounds differently than it's spelled, but autophagy benefits are different after the 48-hour mark. But I'm getting way ahead of ourselves. This is just a beginner video. So basically, build up your times is what I'm trying to say. If you can only do 12-hour fasting window each day, of 12 hours of eating, 12 hours of fasting, start there and build your way up. Stair-step your way up and set goals for yourself. That's what I've done and been super successful at it. Tip number 3 I would recommend is listen to your body, right? Some days I have huge lofty fasting goals, and some days I don't have huge lofty fasting goals. We have fireworks going off. Can you guys hear that? My dogs are freaking out. Why are there fireworks going off? Listen to your body is the tip number 3. If you feel like you can keep going longer, frequently I'll set a goal of, I'm gonna do a 24-hour fast, and I'll kick it into a 36-hour fast just because I feel like my body can handle it, and why not have extra added benefits of a longer fast if possible. I think obviously this whole video is, I'm not a doctor, I'm not any sort of medical professional, so consult with your medical doctor, consult with your medical professional before starting any fast to make sure that your body can handle it. But listening to your body for me has been huge, and many of y'all know my story of previously having sexual abuse and rape survivor, and listening to my body is key, considering a lot of the time I've tried to disassociate from listening to my body. So listening to my body has been a huge added benefit of intermittent fasting and has been awesome. Tip number 4 is having extra added energy. I did not think I would have so much energy and be so productive in the periods of fasting. I really look forward to 24-hour fasts. I do vary my fasting times. I try to shoot for a 24-hour fast every day though, because I get so much done. I feel so centered, aligned. As Dr. Kendi Berry says, it's a powerful alignment of feeling powerfully centered, but not like in an overly aggressive way, just in like a peaceful, calm, beautiful, powered way. I love feeling energy, and I did not think I would feel that as a result of fasting. Tip number 5, and my final tip, is pink salt. Having pink Himalayan salt is huge. Someone, Lena, who is from Keto Butter Buddies, talks about putting pink Himalayan salt under your tongue when you get a really intense craving. This has worked miracles for me. I love it. It's an extra added benefit of I have started off using fats. For Dr. Fung on page 254 of his complete guide to fasting, which I'll put below in the description, you can use 1 tablespoon of fat per cup of coffee, tea, decaf, up to 5 cups per day. So you can have a total of 5 tablespoons in those 5 cups per day to help you get through a 24-hour fast. Some days I've done all 5 tablespoons in 5 cups. And some days I've done maybe 1 tablespoon and 1 cup of coffee. And you can vary it between coffee, decaf tea, as long as it's 1 tablespoon, and that can be butter, ghee, MCT oil, coconut oil, heavy whipping cream, although heavy whipping cream will stop your autophagy or majorly slow it down because it has protein in it. Same thing with bone broth. Those won't break your fast, and you can check out my other videos on what won't break your fast, but they do slow down autophagy. So those are my type 5 tips. Tip number 1 is get fat adapted. Ideally with the keto diet, you'll feel way, way better and your stomach won't be so hungry feeling. Tip number 2 is build up your times and work your way up to higher time frames. Tip number 3 is listening to your body. Tip number 4 is feel the energy and feel how energized you can get from this. And tip number 5 is use pink Himalayan salt. It is awesome, or Sole water. It's spelled S-O-L-E. I have other videos on it, but it has amazing added benefits. So if you like this video, make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and I love to see you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye. Blah, 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 blah. What is tip number 4? Let me do my tip number 4 is, I can't read my handwriting on it. Tip number 4 is, can you read my handwriting on that? What does that say? What does tip number 4 say? I'll come back to it. Tip number 4.